All right, good morning. Yeah, had a good night's sleep last night. Nice white noise background. I actually woke up a few times just sweating. Surprised actually how warm it was. In my tent, in my 20-degree quilt, I was very toasty. I had to pull off the covers a few times and dry off. But then it cooled off, and boy, I slept hard. Probably got about 10 hours of sleep. Needed that. As you can see, eyes are a bit puffy. Yep, Woodsy, ugly in the morning. Yeah, who isn't? Even the most beautiful people are horrific in the morning. Unless they're the ones that you like to wake up next to, and then it doesn't matter if they're ugly. Here's the state of things with my tent. So that's what happened. Just kind of busted at the end, so. Is it a total failure? Can I still use the tent? Yeah, looks like I can still use the tent. So woohoo! You know, the colors haven't been super vibrant yet. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I came out. Absolutely. I want a little longer hike today before I head back to the homestead. It's about a 3-hour drive from the trailhead here, so I'd like to go south and cut off some of that distance a little bit. So I'm thinking the Bean and Bear Lakes Loop. Hey, who cares if there's a bunch of people? It's all cool. I know that there's some great views and colors up there. So that's what we're gonna do today. As per usual, got the gear explosion. Got my breakfast right there. Doesn't that just look delicious? Oh yeah, wonderful, beautiful. I was the only one here last night, except for a mouse that came to say hi and then ran off. What's new? I'm on the spear hiking trail in solitude. It's all right. I like it. Right on. Well, good morning to y'all. Let's do this or something. I don't know. Rock is so smooth and polished from all this water just rushing over it all the time. When it's wet, it gets quite slick. Gotta be careful. Woodsy can crack his noggin open. See if there's actually in that head of his except for hot air and gush. We all know there's nothing more than hot air and gush in old Woodsy's head, right? Just a bunch of gush. Yeah. Let's get going. Let's get back to the car. 5.3 miles. Check out the bridge over here real quick. By the way, my nose is a little stuffed up, but not that bad. But the smell is absolutely fantastic. It's like the freshest smell of fresh air. Like, oh my god, just pretty good. I think it's a cross between this aerosolized water and the decaying, freshly decaying dry leaves on the ground. Oh man, it's just to die for, let me tell you. It's to die for. Cross Rivers. Pretty weak right now. Yep. Come springtime, it'll be raging. Raging, I tell you. It'll be Rage Against the Machine, man. Thank you, campsite. You were a nice campsite. Very nice campsite. As always. Cross River campsites never disappoint. Yeah, been a while since I've stayed at the North Cross River site, but they treated me well. Even though there's a climb out of there. It's actually not a climb. It's an incline for like that much. So, no biggie. No biggie. Won't even warm up my legs. Not much more than this little bit of sunshine's doing. Beautiful day. Yeah, I just couldn't resist coming out here today or yesterday, and the weather was just gorgeous. And you know, might come back up here, maybe go to a different spot next weekend, since the colors are still kind of not peaking yet. Frankly, I got nothing better to do, and might as well take advantage of it. As I said, old Woodsy loves himself some autumn, and might as well enjoy it. It'd be nice to come out here with the friendly person and share it, but you know, no one to do that for right now, so it's alright. Just come out here, do it by myself. I could use the solitude anyways. Beautiful trail though. You know, it's got these rocks and loops. It's my trail. The PCT is great and everything, but this is my trail. All these leaves on the ground is reminding me probably in a couple weeks I'm gonna have a whole lot of raking to do at my folks' house. It's all right. Got to pay them back somehow for flopping at their house. It's all right. I like raking leaves. Yard work is very meditative. I'm glad they put this chicken wire on here. Some of these can get quite slippery when they're wet. Bon Jovi, slippery when wet. Diddly-oo. Excellent. So, I posited a drinking game for all the different movie references. I shout out my videos. That one I did with Ron, if we did a drinking game of that, oh, you'd probably get alcohol poisoning. So I wouldn't suggest it. Oh yeah, this is the gushy part. Ooh. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Yeah, maybe that's another reason why I picked this section of trail to hike, because it's super easy, barely an inconvenience. I just wasn't looking for anything super challenging. I just wanted to get out and stretch my legs a little bit and breathe in the fresh fall air and see some pretty colors and sleep in the woods. Mission accomplished on all those, and we know a lot of the colors are still yet to change. I've seen some and I like it. It's very nice. So we'll go see some more today, and I think we'll come back out next week. Good Lord, it has been busy at work and crazy, and that was another reason why I really wanted to just kind of get up here and reset a little bit. Made the mistake of telling my dad the other day, or a couple weeks ago, I came back to work, I was like, oh, this job's almost easy. Big mistake. The Amazon gods were like, ooh, somebody here thinks things have gotten easy. Here, we'll throw a dog attack at him. Blah! Thankfully, me nor the dog was injured, but I did have to fend it off. It definitely wanted a piece of old Woodsy flesh in his mouth. Big old labradoodle. I don't care how curly and stupid those dogs look. They're vicious. Ugh, I hate labradoodles. I hate poodles. I love labs. But both those dogs can be vicious as hell, like any dog. And if they're big dogs, which usually those two breeds are, they can do some damage. And then, yeah, pretty much had one of the routes from hell, northeast Minneapolis. The other day, wasn't the worst I've ever had, but it was probably top 2 or top 3. Probably top 2. And, yeah. 2 different people had to come and rescue me, and I still didn't get back to the station till almost 9:30. So, yeah, it was rough. So, yeah, I'm humbled. Amazon gods, I am humbled. No need to smite me anymore. Ooh, almost stepped on his garter snake. Hey there, Sneaky. My little nope rope. Yeah. Snaky just getting some sun. I know, warming up. Yeah, cool looking snake though. See these all the time. Normally I can't ever get them on video because they're so darn fast. But it's all good. Bye, Snaky. I'll name you Seymour. Seymour Sunshine. Woohoo. Look at that. Oh yeah, Sphagnum. I just want to lay in your like a wonderful bed of moss. Love it. Birchie got a little grabby. Bad touchy, Birchie, bad touchy. Oh, that'd be the falls campsite up there. And one other thing I like about this little section of trail is there's pretty much no cell service. I got part of one bar. Well, it was one bar, but it might as well have been nothing. I think it was enough to send a text out last night. And I received some notifications, but the apps didn't work. So I was like, oh, thank you. I don't have to respond. And I have to lay in my tent and stare at my phone. So I immediately went to sleep instead and just crashed out. It's so nice to unplug. Been doing that a lot more, even when I'm at home. Just keeping my phone downstairs, away from me while I'm upstairs. So I'm not looking at it all the time. Especially after I've had a pretty challenging day at work. Scrolling social media isn't always the best for me. Although sometimes I do find myself on my days off, spending the first couple hours in the morning looking at it. So I'm going to try for the next month of October here to not do that at all. I'm not saying I'm not going to look at social media, but I'm not going to look at it the first thing in the morning, and it's not going to be the last thing I look at before I go to bed. And see how that helps. See if there's any change at all in anything, really. And a stoical experiment in minimalism. Subtract and see if you get any benefit out of it. Why not? Always good to try that once in a while. Yeah, this one's seen better days, but I don't need to use it. At least not this time of year. I tell you, it's pretty warm today. In the shade, it's nice, cool, but boy, that sun is really warm. That overlook there, didn't want to hang out there too long. Just baking. Woodsy's bacon was baking. Whew. Well, I hear a dump truck on the road, so that means we're close. Almost back to Cook County Road 1, Kramer Road. Just passed a guy gone the opposite way. He was looking for cell service, although he had AT&T, so maybe he'll get some, but I've got none. So that's all right. I gotta respond to a message. Yeah, Christina, I'll get back to you when I can. I got no cell service out here. It just teases me that I have a notification, but I can't actually respond. It's all right. It's the life of a traveler. Am I right? Am I right? All right, I can see my van is still there. It is unperturbed. All right, folks, that means this leg of the trip is done. I'm going to eat something real quick, and then I'm going to jet down to the trailhead in Silver Bay to the Bean and Bear Lakes loop. I brought my little day pack, so I won't need to use this one anymore today. And yeah, great day so far. Quite warm. I know I'm just going to be sweating out on the trail, but it's all right. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.